Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and this is my review of Harley and Ivy: Life and Crimes. And I haven't seen anyone review this, although it kind of feels like the type of thing that Sasha from Casually Comics would review. But before I start, so the LAX Kickstarter, Indiegogo basically destroyed its entire platform, so I'm using Kickstarter from now on. Um, Finished last night. And so Kickstarter is different. It's not like Indiegogo. It doesn't automatically give me your address when you back the book. Even after the campaign, when it charges you, I don't get your address unless you answer a survey. So it's a real easy survey. There's no like upselling or trying to get you to go to like, oh, go to this other thing. It's just you just put your address in. So about a third of them have answered already, and I'm very excited about this. So the book has been printed. It's being shipped to me right now. I ordered the Gemini mailers and the tape and extra rolls of the labels for the inkless printer. So hopefully everyone's responded by Tuesday. When I get the Gemini mailers and labels, then I start printing the labels before I get the books, so that when I get the books, I just put them into Gemini mailers that I already have and put the labels that are already printed. So theoretically, this could ship in like the end of next week, a week from now. Very exciting. Where was that thing? I didn't hear about this at all. And for a while there, like when I started the channel, Erica Henderson was being presented as a superstar. After Squirrel Girl, she went to Image. She did her own miniseries, like Assassination Nation, something like that. And then she did that graphic novel with Alex DeCampi. She's kind of bebopped around. She's done some covers and some stories in anthologies, but this seems to be a return to DC, or a return to the big two in, I guess, a major project. But and if you're looking at it and you're saying like, is this kind of like a low res? No, you can see the logo is sharp. She's choosing to. I started rewatching the original Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go, like the OG one from like the George Bush years, and they do this not with the characters but with the backgrounds. A lot of the backgrounds will have this like very jagged, like almost like low resolution edges, like you see it right there. Kind of cool, also kind of distracting, but I like it. But then they describe this as the definitive origin of DC's wildest love story. So, you know, Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, they created Mad Love, both as the comic and I believe it's an episode it's just one episode, right? Um, and But I never realized that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy's relationship. I don't remember there being like an acute origin to it. It's just something that kind of developed over time. So Erica Henderson is trying to define when they actually met, and we see here what we've seen with most of the lesbian relationships in comics, where they're just presented as being completely idyllic. It kind of reminds me of like the recruitment commercials for the military. It's just like, hey, are you directionless? Why don't you try being a lesbian? It's all good and no bad. Um, but so then they start doing this like this cutesy pie. It's like, so how did you meet? Oh, it was here. No, it was there. It's like, oh, ew, ew. Getting flashbacks to the Bat Cat thing from Tom King. Um, but then something really interesting happens. They actually connect the end of her relationship with the Joker. Basically, she's monkey branching, but she's monkey branching. I'm watching Silicon Valley, so if you watch season one, there's a thought experiment on how somebody could theoretically jack off like every guy in an audience. Um, and it made me think of that scene because it's monkey branching dick to clit, which is difficult, I would imagine. So it's not presented as she was just kind of, she left Joker and she was living her best life. It's presented as she's in a completely toxic relationship with Joker. Then Poison Ivy goes to blow up Ace Chemicals, and she's basically just about to break up with Joker, but having trouble doing it. And then what happens is the bombs, well, they're like seeds, go off. Joker, I guess, was in his face cut off era, which I used to think was created by Scott Snyder, but I was listening to a video the other day, and apparently that happened in another book with a different writer, and then Scott just like ran with it. But you see that she basically uses the end to her relationship with Joker to just instantly monkey branch over to a lesbian relationship with Poison Ivy. But I had to protect you. Actually, you're the coolest. I know. So on one hand, it's presented as like this positive thing. It's like, oh, she found someone. But anyone with any kind of emotional maturity knows you don't go from one relationship to another, especially when there's a bunch of stuff, that needs to be dealt with. You need to go be single on your own, figure out everything, and then, try again. But this is kind of mixing it up in not an idyllic way, but I think in a way that happens a lot where someone's like, I've seen this with my friends. They just can't be alone. So they go from one relationship to another, and it's it's monkey branching. She's swinging from one branch to the other, and then you get all these branches right here. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe it was a paging Dr. Freud moment, or on behalf of Erica Henderson. That being said, I'm not going to do that stupid like birthday party. It's like, it's not the worst thing. It works as a story. Now the question is, does the subtext, is that purposeful? Or are they just setting up all lesbian relationships are idyllic? Because it doesn't seem idyllic. It seems like a very confused, desperate woman jumping into an insta relationship to get over her last one that ended 0.001 seconds ago. So I feel like Erica Henderson did something interesting in this issue. I'm just not sure if she did it on purpose. So the following issues will make that clear. So if you got the survey, I've seen other campaigns where they're like super aggressive. It's like, do the fucking survey. If you don't do the survey, it's like, if you don't do the survey now, you can do it later, but I won't be able to ship it until, I guess I could I could just cross-reference your name with the Indiegogo. I'm guessing most people who backed LAX I'm guessing it's very few of people's like first book from me. So I'm very excited about this. It's a good book. Like, if I could like start mailing that out, jeez, would it be this week? Could it be this week? Because it's Sunday. Could it be like Friday, Saturday? Oh, and then I found out I never did this before. So if I remember correctly, I fulfilled Iron Sights 1 by myself. I packed all of the stretch goals for Expendables, which took like a month. But then I just mailed that to the fulfillment center. They were going to charge me to like put every single individual item in every single, and that it would just blown all the profit margin. So I did it myself and saved thousands of dollars. I just listened to like the making of all of the mission. It was actually kind of fun. So, jeez, that would be so crazy. If I mail it this week, oh my gosh. So yeah, so if you backed it, please respond to your survey. I set it up so that it was kind of, they don't call it in demand, but it's kind of like in demand. But I don't see how to do that. So yeah, if you can figure out how to do that, you can definitely order it late. But I don't. Maybe I didn't set it up correctly. Um, but very excited for the book to get out to y'all, and then to be able to say, hey, I know I've had issues with lateness, but my last campaign, this and that's so we got like rock and roll, rock and roll ninja 2, costume maniac. Those are both being worked on. Costume maniac is drawn, so it's being colored right now, and so rock and roll ninjas 2 is about a third of the way done, and so that's the plan, is to just do them like LAX, and then I can say, and then it's not like, well, this is what I plan to do, and I hope I can do this. I can say, look at LAX. I was able to do this, and we're doing the same thing with Costume Maniac and Rock and Roll Ninja 2. Anyway, thanks for watching.